Alright. Awesome. We are live. Kind of just jumping right into it since I'm a little behind. Just a few minutes. Kind of rushing to get this going. I'm just going to bring up my finished work piece pretty much for the work I did today, I think. This is essentially the detailed face and hair that I put on the sketch that I did last time. It's a little plain. Forgot the belly button, but you know, that's the what I was able to put together. Then we can just go ahead and close that and start our new one. I just like to show my work, and you know, when I like to show that I'm trying to do as much as possible, not intentionally slacking on trying to get better. I know there are a few days where I just simply can't, but even then I try to squeeze in ever so slightly the amount of drawing I can. So today is not going to be anything new. It's just going over what we learned was the 3/4 profile, but this time extending it to the male. I wasn't able to get the skeleton done, which is going to put me back a little bit. But let's go ahead and get started. Actually, I want to see how big this canvas is. That way I can start judging on how much I need to zoom in. Let's hope Krita is a little bit kinder to me than the other day. So we're doing a 3/4 model. I'm actually going to try to do the him facing the other way than the female, because the book has it where that's the way that they are facing, is facing off to the left, and I want to start pushing my limits. I know it probably doesn't seem like much, but to me it's pushing my limits, because this is the first time I've doing anything with drawing, so trying to duplicate something a little bit harder for me. Okay. Even changing the just the way he's facing can totally throw me off, since I have no perspective of pretty much anything to go off of. Head needs to be bigger in the back. Now I am intentionally trying to be as rough, as dirty as possible with this, because it is something I am trying to get in the habit of. I want to get a shape. And I'm not really feeling it. I don't know if it's just, and I don't want to flip the canvas just yet to get that perspective, because I feel like that's a little cheating. Now it's not cheating if, like, you know, I'm actually doing a commission work, because, you know, who really cares how you get it done? But when you're learning, definitely don't want to cheat yourself in learning a skill. Chin is huge, so I actually want this person to be a little more stout, I guess. I don't know if that's the correct term to use. I did the same mistake as I did last time, is I forgot to leave room for hair in case I wanted to do something crazy with the hair. But now I don't want to do too much erasing on this drawing, but I do want to do this amount of erasing simply to get a better view of what I'm looking at, because too many lines, for me at least, gets confusing. It's like looking at a zebra horde, that natural camouflage, and I can't really get a good view at it. Maybe some people can. I don't think I have that skill yet. That's okay. If that's a skill that builds up over time, maybe I have to be intentional about learning it, but I know with like things I have learned in the past, several skills just come about simply just because you get exposed to it over and over and over again. So maybe that's something, but if not, then that will be something I have to work on later. Okay. So it's still not the best face in the world, but and crit is already giving me problems. Wonderful. Nope, I'm not gonna complain this session. And do my best to keep the complaining down to a minimum, because I know crit can really ruin my mode when it starts just like acting up. But I don't like to be so much of a downer. Like, I think that gets in the way of learning when you just like make excuse after excuse. You don't want to make excuses for why you can't get better. Like, if you can't get better, you need to find a reason why. And not for an excuse, but like, you need to intentionally seek out why you're not getting better. And that may be someone telling you, hey, you're doing this wrong. Okay. With this, we are going to use the, we're going to put him at 8 heads. Oh, it's snapping again. I need to zoom in. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need 2 more. And then I am not going to be using this as like my line, my straight line. That's the whole reason I didn't put the center line in on this one. I need to sneeze really bad. Oof. Okay. So the funny thing is, with sneezing, I'm very self-conscious. 3, 4, 5, 6. About my sneezes, and that comes because back when I was in high school, I actually got made fun of for sneezing way too loud. You know, people always joke like, "Oh, he's sneezing to get like attention and everything." I was like, no, like, I literally can't sneeze without hurting myself. If I try to do any softer, my chest hurts. And my schoolmates, I should say, I don't know if I would really call them friends. The ones that knew me the longest, they understood that the best. But like, there were times that I had to do off-site testing, and literally had people complain that I sneezed during a test, and that's why they failed. So pardon if I self-conscious about my sneezing. That's why I'm going to do my best to never sneeze on on stream. Totally blows, like, well, one, I have to be super quiet at night anyway. And two, like, it has kind of become my, I guess my feel for the channel, because I do have to be quiet at night. And I'd get a knock on the door or something, you know, be like, hey, you need to keep it down. And I know my sneezes would be like, they would hate me for my sneezes. Okay. Now I'm just gonna be drawing a straight line down. I think... Oh no, it's snapping. Oh no. No. Why are you snapping at an angle? Oh, I was on the eraser anyway. Thing is, oh gosh. How am I gonna do this? So if I need... In order to get rid of the snapping, I need to be zoomed in. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I remember seeing a tool option. Show guidelines. No. Rush. Tool. Well, something about snapping. It's like snap to tool or something like that. I saw that somewhere when I was messing around with stuff. Use sensors. Show preview. Show guidelines. What does that do? I have no idea what that does. Dang it. Oh well. Let's try again. There you go. I have to remember the... shoot. I drew that line with this being a full side profile. This is a 3/4 profile, so the center is actually off. Oh, come on. I need to figure out why it snaps like that, because it drives me crazy. Well, that could work. I was looking at the other heads to be judging, but that should work, considering I don't need the other heads. I just need this to be my guideline of where the floor is and where the top of the heads are. Now the reason I'm doing this is because, again, I don't have the experience to just eyeball it just yet. Oh man, my voice is really getting... Oh. My voice, man. I feel like my voice is, I'm losing my voice a little bit. So, we'll see how long I can last like this. Hopefully I can get some progress done, because I do not like to leave a stream without having some form of progress. So that's pretty close to the center, but the face, it's a curved line. That's a little off. I Oh no, I just remembered I didn't do something. Not for streaming. It just hit me that I forgot to do something, and oh boy. Not with drawing or streaming or anything like that. I'm just like, oh no. It's those shower moments when you're like, you're just minding your own business and you're just like, I messed up. One of those moments. It's funny how often, like, I don't know why I can't get a curve that I like. Maybe I'm... I don't know what that was. That could work. There we go. I don't know why I was doing a full curve. Alright. Just round out the face a little bit on this side. That way I have a little more room for the eyes when I get to that point. Again, don't want to be too clean about this, but I do want to have a proper head, if you will, going into this. Okay. I think I was talking about something that I totally forgot. So the center shoulder line to be lower here. Is that a good spot for it? I hate this because now I'm not dealing with straight lines. Or I'm still dealing with straight lines, but they're at creating an angle here. Something like that. Hello. Welcome, Bucky. Hope your night is doing well. I think I'm currently losing my voice, so we'll see how long this stream lasts. Super weak right now, so we have the shoulder bar there. We have a full head and pretty much it's one head, two head. Probably at the bottom of the third head is where like the shoulders are. I mean, yeah, the shoulder line. Oh boy, you may hear me doing that a lot. Clearing my throat. Why am I losing my voice? I've been talking a lot today. And as a person that doesn't talk a lot normally, since my job isn't very social, I tend to lose my voice fairly quickly since most of the time, most of my talking is here on stream actually. And then every once in a while I have a day where it's just like, oh, you have to talk a lot. Okay, great. There goes my voice since I don't use it a lot. Kind of sad because I used to be able to sing. Now, really can't. 2, 3, 4. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is definitely not in the correct spot. So that should be our body setup. I don't know if losing my voice is the correct term, but it is especially because it's super late at night right now that I'm just tired and everything. So that could also be it, where I've been streaming almost every day, and possibly could be the fact that I'm not used to talking this much, so could also be affecting it. Didn't really think about that I've actually been streaming almost every day. Had some club soda earlier to kind of loosen up the numbness that my throat is feeling. So that's the line tool. We're gonna want what is the spacing for 2.5 heads? So and then just a little bit over. So something along the lines of there. Gonna want that just a tad bigger because again, I'm going to make him a little not shorter, but stout here. There. This side is going to be a little bit bigger, so maybe I should actually have this side be smaller because that's the side that's away from us. That may also change the perspective. In the center of this, right here, it's a good spacing, I think. No, definitely not. So, drawing 3/4, the shoulder that we can see is much farther than the shoulder you can't. Okay, gotcha. So, this shoulder is probably still right there, and then this shoulder is going to be over here, not as big. Let's see. Let's just draw straight lines there and there. Can definitely be farther apart for the larger shoulder. Oops. Or the closer shoulder. Shoulder. Oh boy. It's gonna be one of those days. Alright. I should do the line tool here, just because this is something like that, something like that. That way we know where essentially where the body is going to be sculpted around. Alright, so this is the shoulder that's going to be seen on this side. So we want to draw in our, let's put the elbow back a little bit. Oops, that's the light tool. Kind of block in here, and then the wrist is slightly above, like over here. So we're just going to block this in. That way we can kind of get those proportions correct. Okay, we're gonna go with it because we're just gonna roll with this, but something seems off. That the two arms would be the exact same length technically. They're just in a different foreground. I don't know. Neck. Ear there, and nope, that's a really thick neck. That's an even thicker neck. Maybe that neck was okay, right there. We're not. Oh, come on. What's going on here? Okie dokie. That can't be right. I probably put that line in the wrong spot. Wonderful. Wonderful. No, this is what I get when I just kind of start eyeballing stuff. Wonderful. Gotta start this whole layer all over again because I screwed up. That's fine. Like again, I don't want to push this all on my voice kind of being jacked up. So let's just go ahead and put where we think the neck is going to be, and then I need the line tool. I think I'm going to do what I did last time and not do I'm going to do the straight line thing and then modify it based off of where I think the rest of the body is going to be, like above the line or below the line. I really didn't like the way it did there with the diagonal lines, where it made it look like it was just shifted up and down, you know? Okay, then we have directly in between here is where the elbows are going to be. Okay, so I think we can work with this, where the elbow that is in front is going to be farther away from the head. That's a huge shoulder. And this one is kind of like that. this one kind of comes directly from the back of the neck. I forget that. This one is gonna come to the shoulder. It's not like the female one where the neck is like connected more. Of course, I didn't change the size. Something a little along the lines. I'm just erasing so I can get a better picture. Just to seeing what I'm having to work with. I tell you, today is a weird day. Alright. No, come on. I know I should be I really should be using the line tool for this, just to make it quicker, but... And I already messed up again, because I forgot to change the elevation of the shoulders. I feel all over the place. I don't know. That's as far back as I can go. Okay. Don't really know why. Like, my brain is really scatterbrained today. Like, normally I'm not this scatterbrained. Maybe I just need more coffee. I already had coffee in order to help me get through this stream, but maybe I need more. Maybe that's the answer, more coffee. I remember back in my days when I was like studying for university and having to stay late for stuff, like I could go through like 5 cups, easy. Doesn't go direct. No, it doesn't. Okay. So it's a much gentler slope. There we go. Now I have to adjust my circles accordingly. Then the wrist will actually be a little bit here. While this one is slightly above. And this is just going to be for blocking, and so I can see visually what the body's going, what the body is doing. Can't believe how much harder it is just because I flipped. I don't actually have a reference to go off of. I'm literally going off of. See, that's the problem. This This area is supposed to be the end of my crotch. And here are my wrists. That's not right. Okay. Actually, it is. I don't know why I was thinking that. You don't have a reference? So I'm using a study book teaching me how to draw. The details are actually in the description of the video. But they're facing the other way. And what I mean is, when I don't have a reference, is the previous sketch that I did, which was the female 3/4 full body. It was much easier because I was just essentially copying what the book had, which was the person was facing off to the left. Now, because just the simple flipping of the thing off to the right, like now that my person is looking off to the right, it's already like 10 times harder because it's hard to visualize trying to flip that image in your head and then transposing it onto the, I guess, canvas. So I do have a reference as far as like, oh, this is what you're supposed to be doing, but I don't have a reference for something looking off to the right. And just that simple extra step of having to transpose it before I start drawing is difficult. Like right here, I'm already forgetting the steps of what I need to do next because I'm constantly looking back in the book. um, Once I drew the body, then I would go into... I know I need to draw the legs. So let me go ahead and put the legs where the knee line would be. Now the knee line for a dude is a little bit lower than halfway. So where half would be like right here. Actually, it has to be a little bit higher for the, because the ankles are like that. So yeah, that original line would have been perfect. So the knee is going to be here. Then the other knee is going to be like over there. But I need to off-center it, or not off-center it, but offset it for appropriate. This knee will be like higher technically. Maybe not that high, because I think it will be touching. Our waist is there. I think we can safely start blocking in the legs. Looks like he's falling. That's because I did something wrong with one of the lines. It's supposed to like come out from here. Maybe the knee is too far? Okay, so my knees are a little too forward. That's what's going on here. So this knee needs to be like a little off. this knee needs to be a little more closer to... Okay, maybe not that big. Now let's try that. It's so weird. This whole day I've been feeling this whole thing of deja vu. And I don't know why. Like a few moments ago I had like a feeling of deja vu and I was like, that was weird. Maybe, well, technically this is part of that, so I'm gonna do that. The hands do go below the crotch, so that's a good sign. I have to remember that. The arms are extremely long. I don't think I fully get just how long these things are. This is a really bad skeleton, I gotta say. Like, oh my gosh. I'm all over the place today. Ooh. Uh-oh. I accidentally hit my canvas. And now it's not responding. Let me tab out real quick. Okay, there we go. Like, I know the male hips, especially in Manga, are supposed to be a lot thinner than the females, but it just bothers me seeing it so thin. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to make it thicker? Let's try it. As far back it's letting me. Okay, my throat is already on fire. Whew. Go into focus mode, that way I don't have to speak too much. I really hate it because I do like talking about, like, you know, even my mistakes. That way, like, if you're learning how to draw, you know, people can see that, oh, don't do that. You know, let me make mistakes for you and you can learn off of me like that too, you know. Still pretty good for someone that started last week. Thank you. I know I have a tendency of like looking at the negative and stuff. So, thank you. That I do need people to remind me of the positive stuff. Never mind, it's been a month. A couple of weeks, technically. I started halfway February. Right? tell you, I'm forgetting the littlest things today. It's crazy. It's like everything I've learned is just evaporating because my mind is on so many different things right now. It is quite disgusting. But let's not make excuses. Those obviously aren't like my final legs. I'm just trying to block them in to see if the proportions of the knees are correct. This. Start putting in where the actual crotch is. It's the same idea with the head, where the lines are going to be like steeper on one side versus shallow on the other. Yeah, something like that, I think. I am really not feeling it. I am really scattered brain today. I may call it early just because I can't get my head in the right place. Like, I can't stop thinking about the thing I forgot to do, and it is driving me crazy. I think I'm just gonna accept the loss here. Try to get my head straight and finish this off stream, because I cannot focus for the life of me right now. And I'm increasingly getting upset. It's just like a buildup of constant getting upset. Oh well. Trying to decide what to do. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it. I can't focus right now. Like, even looking at the chat and everything, I'm just really so scattered brain right now. I'm sorry. I really wanted to get this done, and I think I'm gonna work on it. I'm still gonna work on it, and I'm gonna fumble my way through this. it's so hard to do anything right now. So, thanks for coming out, man. I really do appreciate it, and hopefully I can get my headspace better tomorrow. When I don't have a million things to worry about. God, I'm so dumb. Oh well. Anyway, I hopefully will see you tomorrow. If not, thanks for stopping by anyway.